Hey everybody, we are back with some more Rogue Tower, and I can't believe I almost screwed the intro there. I had to think about it real hard to actually not screw it up. Okay, so now let us try. Last time we did biplanes. Now let's give some love to the particle cannons. Um, I think particle cannons are like really powerful. However, they don't. Let's just say they are really hard to. How do I say this? Like it's hard to do particle cannons without dealing with the AoE. Particle cannons, they are I think they have the highest single target, like single shot single target damage among all of the towers here. So I think that's one of the reasons why. Plus they also have a very high damage to shields. So I think that if we try to do a particle cannon run, maybe we can. I don't know. I really want to do achievement. In theory, we did the achievement last time for the biplanes. I just accidentally placed a particle tower, which is annoying, but that was honestly my fault. So I will try not to put the blame of anybody except my mouse and my brain. Let's grab this. Let's sell you and sell you. It's you and you. Oh, we can afford one more. Oh, I really like these nice compact maps here. Like, like having this such a perfect like epitome of a typical tower defense game. If there are not words, if there were not any elevation bonuses in this game, like everything was based perfectly on each other, like they have only the base damage and these are all for aesthetic purposes, everything would actually be how do I say this? Everything would be placed around this area over here. Let's grab this. Let's sell you and sell you. Sell you. So we can place you guys here. Oh, we have an early castle set piece here. So yeah, like for example, a tower here would be perfect. Oh, did you realize like the shadows are pixels as well? Like if I zoom out, it goes smaller and smaller. I'm not sure if the recording software is capturing it. Okay, banditry. More broadhead bolts. And more shields. Thank you very much. Another one? This game is spoiling me with towers, man. I mean, with castle walls. You know, it's very interesting. I have been recently, YouTube has been recommending me some castle videos like siege, warfare, and all these things, medieval stuff. And it's a very niche channel, but like I forgot the name of the channel. I should really take note of the channels of what I randomly say here, like where I take the info from, so you can check out those channels because sometimes they're really interesting to listen at. Um, Wait, hold on. You know what? I must search it on my phone while we're here. What before that? I think. Let's go for this. Let's go for this and sure, move speed. I don't mind. Okay, so while we're here, any castle sieges. Castle sieges. Yeah, I think it's Sand Roman History. I think that's one got recommended to me. Basically, he does like how to lay siege in a medieval fortress and all these things and all the realistic like aspects when it comes to sieging. And you know what's weird? Like how complicated it is. Like RTS games made it so simple wherein you just gather your army. I mean, let's step it back a little bit. Wherein you just try to like gather your army, gather supplies, attack, and that's it. Like you just win. Or you just have to micro units perfectly so that you don't screw up your defenses. But yeah, it's really interesting how like medieval sieges, like in movies, in series and in games, they depict it as usually. I'm gonna say usually here because not all are these. Usually sieges are done in like a day or two or something, or even weeks. But you'll be surprised how in based on the videos that I've watched of from that guy, like sieges can take a long time. Like sieges can take like months or even few months. And one of the ways to actually quote unquote win a siege is to actually have like technically most sieges are war of attrition, and some sieges are not even how do I explain this? Like some sieges are not even like the ones that have those epic battles, because most of the time either both sides agree to having like, you know what, we're going to lose anyway, so might as well leave, or some some enemies just wait for each other to move and just wait for reinforcements so they can visually and psychologically overpower their enemies. They get to taunt each other, they get to throw um like animal corpses at each other, they stop their trade routes, they block their routes towards their castle, their blocks of means of escape, means of getting reinforcements. And in the end, whoever does well in all aspects would probably win. And what's interesting is let's like one of like I'm basing all of my information here from that guy's video. I mean that guy's channel. Like that Sand Roman History. So Sand RHOMAN then history. So that's what his channel is. So one of the effective ways to lay siege is for the siegers, the ones that are attacking, to actually wait, hold on, let me just get this. Is to let the attackers have a perfect camp, because you since you are attacking for a long periods of time, you need to have a camp. And what's really interesting is the camp itself outside the siege. Like for example, let's say this is my castle. Let's say these are the camps. For example, the better your camps are in like fortifying yourselves, there can be a small community making the camps, and some traders are often incentivized to go into camps because those are very profitable moments wherein soldiers, which have money with their salaries and stuff, with the money to buy stuff, and you could get supplies and everything. And what's interesting is there's sometimes, let's say, when like a trader that usually goes to the castle would would be stopped by the siegers. Sometimes the siegers would actually, I mean the attackers would actually, oh, particle cannons, thank you. Sometimes the people that are sieging would actually um hire or like utilize those traders for themselves, like bribe them. And similarly, villagers outside the castles, most like it can happen one or two ways. Either they could forcibly take them as their captives or like as a means to protect themselves, or they can help them so that they would be convinced that, oh, we're like the better rulers here. Okay, so we have a particle cannon. So yeah, if you are into those things, medieval sieges, medieval history, and like all the details in sieging, I suggest you go check out that guy's channel. It's really interesting. Plus, he has some real life examples as well that are historically recorded. So, if you really want to go to the nitty gritty details on the realisticness of medieval sieges and all medieval stuff, you can go look at that guy's channel. I think YouTube recommendation for that. So yeah. Anyway, particle cannons. We finally have one. Let's have frostbolts. And got need longbows, right? We can go for this. So we will have easy. The question, how much is your upgrade? 30? Are you serious? And this is going to be tough because I don't think my towers can do a lot of damage here. Like, I'm not sure, like, biplanes, like, all the three towers have... I'm not sure. Let's just see in the later parts of the game how this unfolds. Because sometimes there are just moments wherein certain towers are just way better than other towers. Oh yeah, this looks like a Tesla cannon rather than a particle cannon. To be fair, particle cannons are just energy weapons that... Wait, hold on. Let me grab... Let's just finish this. Let's have this and this. Speaking of particle cannons and all this physics related things, I have another random fact that I wish to talk about. Hold on, let me just drink some water. Let's just hold that thought for a second. Man, my sinuses are acting up. So yeah, particle cannons. You know what's really interesting in the world of science, in the world of... Wait, hold on. Let me just get this. Let's get this. In the world of science and technology, is that how... You know how when we're learning in school, we're always talking about all the laws, like Newton's laws of... Like laws of motion, like there's an equal... For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. All those things that we usually... how do I say this? That we usually take for granted. Honestly, let's refresh these guys. Most health. Yeah, you guys are just targeting a single person here. Do I have mana for this? I'm not really sure if I have enough mana for this. I should really stop making some of these guys. Superheating. We can go for this. We can go for haunted houses and armor. Let's grab this one. What was it? Oh yeah, in sciences there are like laws, right? Like laws of motion, the gravity, etc. And you know what's interesting is that in the past, before, you know, we take a lot of things for granted. Like in the past, scientists usually try to disprove most of the things, because you know science is an ever evolving field wherein researchers, scientists are just trying to get more info on how the world works, how the universe works, and all those things. And what's really interesting is, wait, hold on. Let me just do this and do this. Okay, so what's really interesting is how, for example, in the past, let's just say the laws of like Newton's laws of like gravity, physics, and all those things, like the fundamentals of physics, wherein everything, like everything behaves in a certain way. However, scientists, like even now, are trying to figure out like what are the extents wherein the laws of sciences that we currently have right now would be... Wait, let me just think about this. Let's grab this. Grab this. I think you just target most shields. Most shields. Progress. I think that's fine. Oh yeah, so yeah, like scientists just trying to figure out like what extents, like how do we know for sure that the laws that we are using, like let's say this thing behaves like this matter behaves like this. Like how do we know as people like how far it extends, right? So let me give you an example where they tried to prove, disprove that. Like in the past, um, Santa's only knew about our plans until Saturn, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, Santa's only knew about Saturn, and it's really interesting how um how technology evolved. But after they discovered Saturn, they were like, they were looking at the stars and they saw like another planet. It was Uranus. Wait, let me just get this. Mm, grab this and so yeah, like the planet Uranus. Like people when they discovered that, scientists were like, okay, let's test our the laws of like the Newton's laws and everything, all those things. I'm not going to go into nitty gritty details on the calculations, but the general gist is like people. Wait, hold on for a second. Oh, I'm back. Sorry, I had to cough there. I choked on my own saliva. But anyway, Newton's laws, they they try to prove if it actually works, and they realize like, wait a minute, this doesn't follow everything. So boom, disprove it, right? However, people, wait, let me just see. But you know what's interesting is that when people like they were Isaac Newton loyalists. Like they say that, no, there that can't be true. Like like why would it only reach that far? Like it makes no sense. So instead of trying to solve like if it actually follows, let's try to see what circumstances there are that would make it would make the how do I say this? Would make the Newton's laws true or the laws of gravity true. So they figured out through their calculations that in order for this Uranus thing to work within the laws of physics, is that if there was another big body out there at this exact certain location to actually influence Uranus as well. Lo and behold, there was one dude who looked at that certain spot and saw Neptune. And so meaning people said, oh, wait a minute. Oh, so it does follow the laws. And it's just really mind baffling wherein like it's mind baffling plus interesting where scientists are just trying to keep one up themselves every time they like the from the process of disproving something they proven it to actually work, but at the same time they actually discovered something more about it, which is like boom, mind blowing. Okay, hold on, let me just get this, get this, and I should really start upgrading stuff here. Okay, grab this. Right. Like, just upgrade everything. And I'm not really sure if I should keep upgrading this guy, but the base damage is so high that I don't think my units can handle all these shields. By the looks of things, I don't think they too can handle this amount of shields. I'm just gonna upgrade these guys. Come on, man. Don't tell me particle cans are this weak. And maybe by the looks of the runtime of this video, you will probably know if it was a success or a fail. Either way, we're trying. Ooh, range finally. Gain more range. Like we are all Going all in on the range here. Don't forget some mines. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Bam, 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 bam. So yeah, that's one. That's one. How do I say it? That's one anecdote from my particle cannons. So yeah, it's just really interesting for me. Like, I love to know your thoughts on like everything like I randomly say here. Like, it's just too nice to have like some sort of conversation that we can have. Like, even though it's like one or two chats, I mean one or two comments. Like, aside from actually helping the content, it actually helps. What the heck are you shooting at? Target the most shields. I think that's your main goal. Target the most shields with progress. And you target the least shield and progress. So you're going to just remove all the shields while these towers deal with everything else. Maybe I'm just really lucky that there are not much armor guys here, or else I would have been screwed. But maybe it was a sign. Now let's have frugal. Pum 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 pum. Well, that's only +2? You're kidding me? Okay, at least like every one of these guys are targeting a different person. Maybe I can upgrade this guy. Just a little bit while you... So imagine if this guy crits. That's a lot of damage, but the attack speed... I'm not really a fan of the attack speed of this guy. But let's just see how everything will go here. And plus these guys... How do I say this? These guys, how do I explain this? Like, these guys, they're not really that... Like, their fire rate is 12 per minute, and they do 12 per shot. So they do one shot every 5 seconds. That's one mana every 5 seconds, I think. But they also... Do they increase in mana? Like, that's one thing that I should really take note. Fine, let's go for this. Let's grab this and let's just finish the upgrades for our... Oh, that's a lot of money. Money, money, money. Money, money. Mines. And can I do this? Yes, I am. Yes, I can. So, since we are having problems anyway, let's just have towers here, towers here, towers here. Like some ballista, at least a level 10 ballista tower. Right? How are you? Level 8, level 7. Relatively okay. Relatively fine. Plus with a chance to crit, I'll take it anytime. How much money are you getting? The tax, there's a lot that can scale up really well later. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna spread out my ballista towers. So at least they can be some use to me. I'm gonna upgrade them anyway, so having them like here not only slows them down for me, but at least I know like I might have a chance here. Okay. Let's just finish this up. Let's grab this. Speed. Wow, the game is really generous with the haunted houses spawn this time. Like, look at how much money we're getting from the haunted houses. Let's just grab that. Grab this. Place more here. I'm just trying to get some value over everything here. We can have another particle cannon. That's just targets like the very high HP ones. Like, it's expensive, I know. Oh, me. Oh yeah, maybe I can place another one here. Or maybe here. Let's just see. Let's just see how much everything is. So in theory, if I place a lot of these guys, they would come to a point wherein they can destroy the big guys real quickly, that they can transition to the dudes at the front. Grab this. And grab this. Pam pam. Yeah, we are going crazy. Let's go for most shield. Yeah, let's have this guy target everything. I'm concerned though, like, am I getting enough value from these guys? I think I might need some mana regeneration now. Look at the lightning bolts. Lightning. Yep, I need mana sustain. I need a way to sustain my mana now. Let's have a +3, +3. I need +3s. We can have this. We can have... Yep, I need mana. Mana regeneration. Mana. Nothing for mana. Mana. No, I will die. I need mana. And that's a topmost priority. Let's grab this and this. And then might as well just place some towers at here, so even though we won't have any mana, we have some towers that are defending base. Heracles? Is that the boss? No, that's a mini boss. And then more towers here. Yep, just a constant stream of towers that can help. At least I know Black Shepherd Oogie is having his fill now. Black Shepherd Oogie. Ooh, spawning. Oh my gosh, look at the status effects on this guy. To be fair, we didn't upgrade any status effects, so I think that's one thing. Yay, thank you. Mana Bank. Thank you, game. You have listened to my request, and I acknowledge it with full acknowledgement. Let's grab quantum physics. Oh, thank you. Um, Frugal. We're gaining a lot of money anyway, so might as well do that. And make sure we have enough money. Okay, so we have these towers. Oh, look at that lightning bolts. Now that's what I call some action. I wish these guys have some sort of AoE. Or I think they have AoE, but not really that much. I'm not really sure how things work. But by the looks of their base damage, I think I'm fine. Oh no, they're going for armor now. My other weakness. I think I'm just gonna go for like dude that targets the most armor around here. There are not really any good spots. Maybe I can sack to this guy. Place this guy, most armor. Okay, that's something. This more quantum physics. Just finish all those upgrades that I for sure will know I might regret. Let's grab this. And this is such a good spot for some ballistas though. Come on. Oh my gosh, the screens are filling with lightning. Because we're shining. And then at this point, so let's have some towers here dedicated to deal with armor. Let's copy this guy. And same here. Yo, did you see that? Okay. I think we will go for all towers gaining to shields and all towers gaining super heating, but nice. But let's just get that to remove that from the pool. Have this. And then you know what? I'm feeling relatively greedy today. Let's have a dude that targeting most armor. And I think we'll be fine. I'm gonna try to reach that point of... I'm trying to reach that point wherein we have a lot of particle cannons that our ballistas would have zero problem. Like, how much crit chance do you have? What? How is your crit chance so high? What? What upgrades did we get? What? 79% plus level. What? Okay, so I see the value of this guy now. Wow. Okay, fair enough. Okay. I stand corrected. Let's have sorcery. We can have expunge. I think expunge is much more useful for us because that's a lot of damage rather than range. And then let's find another one here. And you just target the progress. I don't mind where you get your... I don't mind if you're upgraded. But I'll take it. Oh, a chest. Poison bolts. But I think I'm just gonna upgrade you just for the heck of it. I can't believe these are reaching over here. That's pretty nice. How much money are we getting? Look at the death tax. This was such a worthwhile investment. Particle cans are just destroying everything. Okay, I might have been too judgy on the expensive towers, so I think that's on me. Let's just increase the crit chance first before we try anything else. There are no universities here, so I will not try to use that. Let's just grab fire and flames so we can help. They can help us deal with. They can help us deal with other enemies some more. You're plus 2, you're plus 2, you're plus 3, you're plus 3. Let's have you just target most armor. Oh, the lightning powers. And then you guys. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna place more ballistas now. These guys are getting real expensive. And I just need enemies to slow them down. So just place some of these guys over here and I think it would be fine. Like some guys here. Like all the plus 3s over here. Okay, we're doing fine. We're doing good. Grab this. We can have ignite. And ignite. Just keep expanding this while we're at it. And you know what? Least armor. Like that's a game plan. Every shot. Look at this. Look at my mana every shot. Good thing that I'm still handling it. So yeah, the goal for this is just to have all the particle cans target a different type of enemy to make sure there are no overlaps in damage. Because unlike other towers, particle cannons have a delay in their projectiles. So let's say this guy shoots a person with most health. By the time he reaches that, the other guy would also shoot that and would probably be not the most health. So let's try to avoid that at all costs. Let's have just target the progress. I think that's good. Like this area would be dedicated to slowing these guys down. You know, let's go for fastest. Fastest and progress, please. So you guys, your job, just slow everybody down. I think you guys can handle that for the most part. Grab this. Mines. Thank you. You just target the fastest. Place some more of these. Just target the fastest to eventually slow them down. Man, that's a lot of units. Yeah, even though they're slow, they're going so fast. At least like we have decent towers at base. My only problem is if they spawn too much of these missiles, I will be screwed. Yeah, like here. Yep, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm just dead. No, it's the missiles all over again. Maybe I just got unlucky here. Yep, I think this might be GG. Yep. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Yep, bye-bye. I hope you enjoyed this video. Honestly, but yeah, I still had fun with the particle cannons. Had a very fun random tidbits here. But in the end, we still lost. I hope you enjoyed this video. Click that like button if you did. Subscribe if you want more. I upload new videos every day. Be sure to check them out for yourself. And I will see you next time. See ya.